Hello, this is Max. This is the first part of the Wednesday Addams story. Enjoy. Don't forget to subscribe. The episode commences with Wednesday Addams entering her high school, unfazed by the curious stares of her peers. She strides purposefully to her locker, which bears ugly graffiti from bullies. Inside, she finds her brother Pugsley bound and gagged with an apple in his mouth. Despite Pugsley's inability to identify the culprits, Wednesday experiences a sudden surge of visions, witnessing him being attacked by school bullies. Determined to take matters into her own hands, Wednesday assures her brother that she will handle the situation. In the subsequent scene, Wednesday confidently approaches the swimming pool area where the boys who tormented Pugsley are engaged in practice. Despite their mocking stares, Wednesday remains silent, opting for a different form of retaliation. With a chilling calmness, she reveals 2 bags containing piranha fish. Panic washes over the bullies as they realize the impending danger, frantically attempting to flee. Wednesday watches with a sense of satisfaction as they swarm inside the bully's head, taking credit for their cruelty. In the subsequent scene, we witness a large black car cruising down the road, carrying Wednesday's family, her brother Pugsley, her parents Gomez and Morticia Addams, and their butler Lurch. While her parents engage in exaggerated displays of affection, Wednesday broods, unhappy about being sent to the boarding school where her parents first met and fell in love, especially after getting expelled. Despite her parents' attempts to reassure her that Nevermore Academy is perfect for her, being a haven for outcasts, Wednesday remains unimpressed and resentful of their insistence on her following their path. As their car continues its journey, a pickup truck pulls up beside them. Inside, a hiker expresses gratitude to the driver for the ride and brushes off warnings about the trail passing by Nevermore. Meanwhile, Wednesday and her family arrive at the school, a Gothic-style building adorned with statues of gargoyles and a massive wrought iron gate. They meet Principal Weems, a well-groomed woman who reveals she was once roommates with Morticia. Despite Wednesday's history of being expelled from 8 schools in the last 5 years, the school makes an exception due to her parents' alumni status and her excellent grades. While her parents beam proudly, Wednesday remains sullen. It's revealed that Wednesday was named after a line from Morticia's favorite poem, "Wednesday's child is full of woe." Weems then escorts them to Wednesday's new dorm, Ophelia Hall, which was once Morticia's. However, Wednesday's half-decorated room in pink and typical teenage decorations horrify the Addams family, as Wednesday is allergic to colors. Enid, Wednesday's roommate, cheerfully greets her, and Weems encourages her to show Wednesday around. Enid provides details on the 4 main school cliques: the Fangs, the Furs, the Stoners, and the Scales. She also points out Queen Bee Bianca Barclay and her boyfriend Xavier Forbes. Ajax, a Gorgon and Enid's crush, informs her of rumors surrounding Wednesday, including murder. Instead of denying them, Wednesday embraces the rumors, solidifying her status as an outcast among outcasts. As her parents depart, they leave Wednesday with parting gifts: an obsidian necklace from Morticia, a crystal ball, and Fang, a disembodied hand, along with one of the Addams family mysteries. Meanwhile, deep in the woods, a hiker meets a grisly demise at the hands of an unknown and terrifying creature, marking the 3rd such incident. Sheriff Galpin is convinced these murders are linked to Nevermore. Back at the school, Wednesday, while settling into her room, takes it upon herself to strip half the window of its color, much to the dismay of her colorful and outgoing roommate, Enid. Their clash is interrupted by the arrival of Miss Thornhill, their dorm mom and the sole normie teacher in the school. Miss Thornhill gifts Wednesday a black dollar as a welcome and lays down the rules. Wednesday's first day at school sees her challenging Bianca to a fencing match to defend Rowan, a weaker student whom Bianca had been bullying. Proposing a match without masks or tips, Wednesday ends up being defeated, much to her chagrin. Later, as she makes her way back, someone attempts to kill her by pushing a gargoyle onto her, but she is saved by Xavier. Confused and somewhat annoyed, Wednesday demands to know why Xavier intervened, to which he explains that it was instinctual and a way of returning a favor. He reveals that their grandmothers were friends and recounts a childhood incident where Wednesday saved his life during a game of hide and seek, preventing him from being cremated alive. Thing continues to shadow Wednesday until he's eventually discovered hiding under her bedcovers, reluctantly pledging loyalty to her alone. Later that afternoon, Principal Weems drives Wednesday to Jericho for her court-ordered therapy session. Despite Weems' warning that she's under observation, Wednesday manages to escape through the window during her session. While on the run, Wednesday encounters a local farmer and has a disturbing vision of his death in a road accident. Seeking refuge, she wanders into Weather Vane, a local cafe, where she assists the barista, Tyler, with his espresso machine, showcasing her proficiency in Italian. Desperate for a ride out of town, Wednesday attempts to bribe Tyler, without success. Next, Wednesday encounters pilgrims at Pilgrim World, a tourist attraction dedicated to the city's history, and easily handles 3 teenage boys using martial arts skills learned from her uncle Fester. Sheriff Galpin, Tyler's father, arrives, impressed by Wednesday's capabilities, but warns her to steer clear of trouble, fueled by his prejudice due to suspicions about her father being a murderer. Finally, Principal Weems catches up with Wednesday, driving her back to school. Along the way, they stumble upon the aftermath of an accident, mirroring the one Wednesday had previously witnessed in her dream. Later that evening, Wednesday secludes herself on the balcony of her dormitory, where she practices her cello. Meanwhile, Rowan goes down to what appears to be an abandoned library. He finds a book and removes a page that shows Wednesday being attacked by a man in a big act at the police station. In another part of the school, Tyler reads Gomez's file in his office, while the sheriff reviews his murder investigation on a chalkboard in the quad. Xavier pauses his painting of a raven mural to listen to Wednesday's music, while Maryland feeds her Venus flytrap and smiles at the music. Principal Weems leans back in her office, appreciating the music as well. Enid joins Wednesday on the balcony and is introduced to Thing, partially creeped out and partially fascinated. As the werewolf howls in the distance, Enid reveals that she's a late-blooming werewolf with only claws and no other abilities, feeling ostracized from werewolf society. Tearfully, Enid asks Wednesday if she's ever cried, prompting Wednesday to share a childhood story of her pet scorpion, Nero, being killed by bullies. Wednesday vowed never to cry again, believing it doesn't fix anything. Enid promises to keep the secret, and both girls bond over their shared sense of weirdness. Wednesday then asks Enid to teach her how to use a computer so she can escape and reclaim her single room. In the next scene, Thing makes his way to Tyler's house and taps on his window, causing Tyler to initially panic upon seeing him. However, Thing manages to capture Tyler's attention long enough to show him the phone number written on his palm by Wednesday. Tyler contacts Wednesday, who implores him to help her escape during the mandatory Harvest Festival fair. Agreeing to assist her, Tyler arrives at the fair with his father, who warns him to steer clear of Wednesday. Meanwhile, Wednesday bides her time, wandering to a stall where Xavier approaches her, attempting to engage in conversation. Uninterested, Wednesday informs him she's waiting for someone, prompting Xavier to inquire further, to which she cryptically responds, questioning why it matters to him. As tension mounts between Tyler and Xavier, Wednesday and Tyler hurry towards Tyler's car. Tyler shares details from the file he obtained from the sheriff's office regarding her father. However, the bullies from Pilgrim World arrive seeking vengeance, armed with baseball bats. In a bid to evade them, Wednesday and Tyler flee into the crowd. While running, Wednesday accidentally collides with Rowan and experiences a vision of his impending death. As Rowan rises and flees into the forest, she pursues him. Eventually halting, Rowan reveals he's not the one in danger and employs his telekinesis to immobilize her against a tree trunk. Confessing that he previously attempted to kill her with a gargoyle, Rowan explains his mother, a seer, foretold 25 years ago that Wednesday would destroy the school. Believing it's his destiny to thwart her, Rowan begins to strangle her. However, Wednesday's life is spared when a monstrous creature intervenes, attacking and ultimately killing Rowan. Rushing to his side, Wednesday finds him lifeless and retrieves the picture he had shown her. The final scene depicts Wednesday seated at her desk, contemplating the picture of herself and the file on her father. Suddenly, her parents reach out through the crystal ball, and Morticia inquires about her daughter's first week. Reflecting on her tumultuous experiences, including 2 close brushes with death, revelations about her father's potential misdeeds, and her newfound capacity to influence the school's fate, Wednesday concedes that despite the challenges, she may have developed an affinity for her new surroundings. She offers a smile to the camera as the episode concludes. If you are interested in such films, please proceed to the next video on the screen, and also share your thoughts about this film in the comments. Give us a like and subscribe. Goodbye.